Good day, everyone. My name is Cedric E. Merculita, and together with my co-presenters, Rodrigo Carrion, Paolo Villacorta, Michael John Estrella, and Xander Denzel Villamayor. We are Electrics. Today, we are going to discuss a powerhouse of the renewable world, hydropower and hydroelectric power plant. So let's start with the big picture. When we talk about energy here in the Philippines, we usually talk about two things: high electricity bill and incredible natural resources. Being an archipelago, we are literally surrounded by water and crossed by massive rivers system, from the iconic Maria Cristina Falls in Mindanao to the strategic dam in Luzon. This is why hydroelectric power isn't just a tech concept for us, it is a national backbone. It's one of the most important energy sources in the country because it allows us to tap into our own geography to achieve energy independence, moving us away from expensive imported coal and toward a future powered by our own mountains and river. Okay, to define it technically, let's going to start with introduction. A hydroelectric power plant is a renewable energy system that generates electricity by harnessing the energy of flowing or falling water. It is widely used to its high efficiency, reliability, and low environmental impact compared to fossil fuels. Hydropower plays a key role in modern power systems by providing stable and flexible electricity generation, supporting the transition to sustainable energy. Now, why is this specifically so important for our local grid? In the Philippines, our energy demand fluctuates widely, especially during the peak of the summer. The flexibility I just mentioned, that's our secret weapon. Hydroelectric power plants acts like a giant standby switch. When the grid is under pressure, we can release water to generate immediate power. It is highly efficiency engineering that respects our environment, ensuring that as we grow as a nation, we are doing so using the very water that defines our island. It's about turning the natural flow of our landscape into literal pulse of our city. Later on in this video, we are going to furthermore discuss things about this. Next is we're going to discuss about the largest hydroelectric power plants. Start with the Three Gorge Dam in China. It's ikisimula to sa may Yangtze River or we call it the Yellow River na kaya mag-produce ng 22,500 megawatts. Same sa may Itaipu Dam sa Paraguay, Brazil na kayang mag-produce ng 14,000 megawatts. And so on and so forth. Eh, Here also we have the Tucuruí, Brazil, Tocanis that can produce 8,370 and so far and so forth. So let's talk about the Philippines. We also have something like that. We have the largest hydropower in the Philippines, which is the Magat Dam. So, what is the Magat Dam? The Magat Dam hydroelectric power plant is a 360 megawatt peaking power facility located in Ramon Isabela on the islands of Luzon, Philippines. It is completed in 1982 and fully operational in 1983. It is a major multi-purpose dam on the Magat River that provide renewable energy to the Luzon grid with a capacity to expand up to 540 megawatts. So, what are the key details and features of the Magat Dam? First of all is the capacity. The plant operates up to with 490 megawatts Francis turbine, totaling an installed capacity of 360 megawatts to 380 megawatts depending on the source. It acts as a peaking plant to meet high demand with an average annual production of approximately 928 gigawatts to 985 gigawatts per hour. Operation of the operator and ownership of this facility is operated by the SN Aboitiz Power Magat Incorporated. So the purpose naman, so the dam provides water for irrigation to around 85,000 hectares farmland. So, where is it located? The dam sits on the border of Ramon Isabela and Alfonso Lista, Ifugao.
Dito naman tayo sa process of operations. Una is yung dam. Dito, iniipon yung tubig para makabuo ng malaking reservoir. Parang storage siya ng tubig na gagamitin natin for power generation. Habang mas mataas yung water level, mas mataas din yung potential energy na pwede nating ma-convert into electricity. Next is the intake. Kapag binuksan yung gates ng dam, dadaloy yung tubig pababa dahil sa gravity pupunta sa penstock or malaking tubo. Habang dumadaloy siya, tumataas naman yung pressure at bilis ng tubig, which is important para mapaikot yung turbine. Pagdating ng turbine, tatama siya sa blades kaya iikot yung turbine. Dito nangyayari yung conversion ng energy from moving water into mechanical energy. So basically, yung galaw ng tubig ang nagpapagalaw sa systems. Yung turbine ay connected naman sa generator. Habang umiikot yung turbine, umiikot din yung generator. Sa loob nito may magnets at coils na nag-i-interact para makapag-produce ng kuryente. Yung output nito ay alternating current or tinatawag nating AC na ginagamit natin sa mga bahay natin. After ma-generate yung kuryente, dadaan siya sa transformer. Ang role nito is pataasin yung voltage para mas efficient yung pag-transmit ng kuryente over long distances at mababawasan yung energy loss. Then, ipapadala na yung kuryente sa power lines. Usually, gumagamit ito ng 3-phase system para mas stable at efficient yung distribution. Dito, napupunta yung kuryente sa mga bahay, buildings, at industries. Lastly, yung tubig na ginagamit ay lalabas sa outflow or tail race at babalik sa ilog. Dahil dito, tuloy-tuloy lang yung cycle ng tubig. Kaya renewable at sustainable yung hydropower.
And my name is Michael John B. Estrella from BSEE 3B. Hydropower, how it operates. Hydropower is a renewable energy source that use flowing water to generate electricity. It is one of the oldest and most widely used form of energy production. So, what is hydropower? Energy produced from moving water uses dams or flowing river. Clean and sustainable source help reduce dependence on fossil fuels. Main components of hydropower plant reservoir, dam, intake, control gate, penstock, turbine, generator, transformer, power lines, reservoir and dam reservoir store large amount of water. Dam control water flow and create pressure. Water is released when electricity is needed. Water flow system, water enter through the intake. Flow is controlled by the control gate. Travels through the penstock or yung large pipe. High pressure builds as water moves downward. Turbine and generator, water spin the turbine. The turbine is connected to a generator. Generator convert mechanical energy into electrical energy. Electricity distribution. Electricity passes through a transformer. Voltage is increased for efficient transmission. Sent through power lines to homes and industries. Ang advantage ng hydropower, renewable and sustainable siya. No air pollution, reliable energy source, low operating cost. Ang disadvantage naman nito ay expensive to build dams at can affect ecosystem and wildlife. Limited to sustainable location. May displace communities. Hydropower is an important renewable energy source that efficiency convert the energy of moving water into electricity. Despite some environmental concern, it remains a key solution for sustainable power generation. Next, this diagram shows the main parts of hydropower plant. Water flows from the reservoir, passes through different components, and generate electricity. Reservoir, dam, and spillway. The reservoir store water, the dam hold the water and create pressure. The spillway releases excess water to prevent overflow and damage. Intake and trash rack. Water enters through the intake. The trash rack filter out the debris like leaves and trash. This keep the system clean and protect the equipment. Control gate and penstock. The control gate regulates the flow of water. Water then moves through the penstock, a large pipe. As it flows downward, the water gains speed and pressure. So next, ang turbine and generator. The fast-moving water spin the turbine. The turbine is connected to generator. The generator converts the energy into electricity. Transformer and transmission. Electricity goes to the transformer. The transformer increases the voltage. Then electricity is sent through transmission line to different areas. Drop tube and outflow. After turning the turbine, water flows into the drop tube. It is then released back into river through the outflow. Fish ladder. The fish ladder helps fish move upstream. It allows fish to pass the dam safely. This helps protect aquatic life. Hydropower use flowing water to produce electricity. It is clean to produce electricity. It is renewable energy source. And it is important for sustainable energy production.
So, magandang araw everyone. I am Mr. Paulo Villacorta from BSE 3B, and I will going to discuss the construction of hydroelectric power plant. Hydropower involves generating electricity by using the energy of flowing or stored water, typically through the construction of large dams and associated systems. The construction of process of hydroelectric power plant is complex and labor-intensive, beginning with the diversion of water away from the construction site to keep it dry. Kailangan mapanatili or kailangan gawin muna itong tuyo para makapag-umpisa ng construction ng hydroelectric power plant. Once diverted, the foundation area is carefully cleaned, excavated and reinforced to ensure it can support the massive weight of the dam, often using rock bolts and other stabilization methods. The dam itself is then built in sections using reinforced concrete and steel bars. or rebar, added for strength. After structure is completed, water is gradually allowed to fill the reservoir behind the dam, while engineers closely monitor its stability and additional components, such as spillways, turbines, and generators, are installed to make the system operational. In terms of operation, water stored at high elevation in the reservoir flows through a large pipe called penstock, where its pressure and velocity are used to spin the turbine connected to a generator. Katulad ng ibang hydro power plant, gumagamit ito ng ah, pressure and velocity para mapaikot yung turbine ng generator na hydroelectric power plant para ma-convert from mechanical uh, to electrical energy. Before the water is released back into the river, different types of dams are used depending on location and, and design requirements, including gravity dams that rely on their own weight to resist water pressure. Katulad daw ng ibang dams ay gumagamit ito ng gravity upang palakasin yung puwersa na magpapaikot ng turbine. Arc dams that use a curved shape to transfer pressure to the surrounding rocks wall, and butters dams that use structural support to reduce the amount of material needed. Overall hydropower system efficiently convert the potential energy of water into electricity, making them a reliable and renewable source of energy. In summary, hydroelectric power plant construction uh, it encounters difficult and labor-intensive building dams require heavy equipment, engineering works, water diversion before construction. The river is redirected so the site stay dry. The foundation preparation. The area is clean and excavated. Bricks, rocks, or sediments are reinforced to support the dam weight. Rock bolts are used to strengthen the foundation. The dam structure building forms molds are placed. Steel bars rebar are installed for strength. Concrete is poured in section block by block method. Reservoir filling. Water is slowly to fill behind the dam. Engineers monitor stability during this stage. Final structure added. Spill well turbines and generator are installed to make it operational. Hydropower plant layout in short naman is the reservoir stores water at high elevation. Dams hold the water and create a pressure head intake, control water engineering or control water entering the system. When stuck, large pipe carrying water downward. Turbine water flow spins it. Generator converts mechanical energy into electrical energy. Tail rays return water to the river. While hydropower dam design types, the first one is gravity dam. Use its own weight to resist water pressure, thick and heavy base for strong rock foundation. Arc dam, curved shape transfer water pressure to sides. Abutments requires narrow valleys. Buttress dam has support matrices on the downside. Use less concrete down gravity dam, more economical but complex design.
Good day everyone. For the main factors that determine the dam powered output. For the inside, we have the two factors. The first one is the head. This is the vertical distance the water falls. The second one is the flow rate. This is the volume of the water passing through the system. In short, the power or the total power output of a dam is the result of height and volume. To maximize electricity, engineers look for high speed or high head, tall drops, and the high flow, large volume of the water. If you increase either of these factors, the energy production increases at the same rate. The amount of electricity a hydropower plant produces depends on two factors. The first one is the height of the fall and volume of the flow. Essentially, the strength of the water comes down to how far it drops. This distance, often dictated by the heights of the dam, is directly proportional to the power produced. This means that if you double the height of the dam, you effectively double the energy potential of the falling water. The second one is equally important is the quantity of the water moving through the system. A larger river with a higher volume of flow provides more raw material for energy production. Similar to the height of the fall, power output is directly proportional to the river's flow rate. For distance, a river that carries twice as much water as another will generate twice as much electricity. In short, the most powerful hydroelectric plants are those that combines a massive vertical drop with a high volume, fast-moving river. The tallest dam or the world tallest dam. Currently, the title of the world tallest dam belongs to the Nurat Dam, located on the Vaksh River in the Tajikistan, reaching a staggering height of 984 feet or 300 meters. It stands as a marvel of modern engineering. In comparison, the iconic Hoover Dam stands at 726.4 feet or 221.4 meters tall. While the Hoover Dam no longer holds to the top spot globally, it remains one of the top 20 tallest dams in the world within the specific categories of concrete, gravity, and arc-style construction. The next one is dam failures. The first one is Banjam Dam from Henan, China. On 1975, Banjam Dam failures over 26,000 deaths from flooding and 145,000 deaths from subsequent famine and epidemics, and 11 million homeless, caused loss of generation, and dam failed by overstopping in a 1 into 2,000 year flood. The next one is Manchu Dam from Manchu Dam, India. On 1979, the Manchu Dam 2 is collapsed, leading to the deluge of the city of Morbi and the surrounding rural areas. Over 1,800 to 25,000 people were killed. And the third one, the last one, is Oroville Dam from California, United States. The damage is because of evacuation of 180,000 people on 2017.